Hello there. So it's the afternoon. I'm just getting off from work. Normally I film my videos in the morning, so if I'm not quite looking all together, this is why. I'm headed home right now. I will be eating an apple on my ride, so just to let you know. And I'm going to talk about the apple and talk about, some things regarding eating, my diet and all in this video. I'll just start with the apple. I carry fruit with me throughout the day, usually a banana, some grapes, and an apple. And my favorite apple is a delicious apple. That's just my favorite apple. It's hot, high in fiber, but it holds my appetite, and that's why I can't, I bring it with me to work, but I usually save it for my ride home, because it gives me something sweet to eat on my ride home. I don't have to, have any snacks. And it's nutritious, and it has, like I said, the fiber that we all need. So that's why I eat it. And I eat it on the way home because just a few months ago, I'll just kind of tell you the story. A few months ago, or recently, I lost 20 pounds. I lost 20 pounds from changing my diet. I actually set a goal to lose 50 pounds over the next, let me see. I forget when I actually started this goal. I think maybe in December. Set the goal to lose 50 pounds from that time to my trip to Paris. And so far I've lost 20 pounds. And it's been great. It's been great. Like, I see just in 20 pounds, there's a difference in my diet. My taste buds, I don't have those cravings. And my cravings would be so bad that I couldn't, I would leave my job. I would have to stop somewhere, like a Wawa or something like that, and grab a snack. And it usually wasn't a healthy snack. It could be a bag of potato chips, a bag of peanuts, peanuts aren't bad. Well, when you buy, like a bag that says a salted bag of peanuts, that's bad. The sodium is usually very high on those. So, oh my God, my car is like, but yeah, I wouldn't be able to make it home without a little snack. So, like I said, I changed my diet. And the biggest thing to my diet now is this truck. Are you turning? Are you getting in this lane? Like, come on. You got your blinker on. Oh my God, man, what are you doing? I'm sorry, let me pass this truck real quick, because he don't know what he's doing. Oh my God. Sorry. And I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say this up front. I might run out of memory before I finish the video, so I'm just giving you that. Sorry, I think I have a pizza. A piece of apple that didn't quite go. Yeah. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. My weight had kind of inched up there, and that happens as we get older. And when we're not focused, it's easy for your weight to inch up there. And that's exactly what happened to me. So my weight had crept up there, and I don't mind sharing how much. I was my highest was 225. 225. And in fact, it was last January. So January 2024, that I tipped the scale at 225. And for me, that was my highest weight ever. And it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. Yeah. So, and I started having some health challenges, right on the cusp of being pre-diabetic. And so that was a little scary. So I did manage to go from 225 to 211 throughout the year. And I mean, the summer months was a lot easier because you're more active in the summer, or at least I am. You're outdoors a lot, more. And I was just able to down to 211. And like I said, I stayed at 211 for and it was weird. I mean, that's an uneven number. It was just like 211 was where I was stuck, and I couldn't move. And so, a lot of things went on this past year. One major thing that happened last year was that I moved. And not that I was living in a, bad environment or anything, but I was living, I had roommates basically. And, it was kind of hard to cook. And, we had a kitchen, and, we had all the, we had a stove, we had a refrigerator, we had all of those things. But because it was, a few of us, the refrigerator would always be packed with Lord knows what, but it would be packed with stuff. So if I decided to go food shopping, let's say I want to make a meal, I would get home and it would be like, where am I going to put the stuff? Because the refrigerator is already packed. Now, meanwhile, yes, I did pay rent. So, there needed to be room for my stuff in the refrigerator, but there just never was. And that was what I had to deal with. And so when I moved in August of last year, it was like, great. And that was really, honestly, that was my push to move, because I knew that my health was being impacted. I basically was eating out 3 meals a day. 3 meals a day. Like 3 meals a day. I was driving through drive-thrus, and if you don't know what that meant, that means I was eating a lot of fast food. I was also eating like cooked food in restaurants, but I was paying a fortune for it, and it still wasn't healthy because a lot of those places has a lot of sodium, and it's nothing like preparing the food yourself. So it was a lot of that going on. So when I moved, it was like, oh, great. I have my own place now. So when I first moved, honestly, the first couple of months, I was still eating out the same way I was when I was, living in an environment where I had roommates and it was just overcrowded, basically. I was still eating the same way because it was such a habit. I was so conditioned or so used to that's what I did. I didn't even think. I just did what I always did, and that was drive-throughs and pay a fortune for my food, So, okay, so finally something clicked. And I said, girl, you can't keep doing this. This is the whole reason you moved, or part of the reason you moved. So I was like, okay. So I started, and I'm just not naturally a cook. Like, cooking is just not my first, go-to. And plus, it had been quite a while since I cooked for myself. Quite frankly, it had been quite a while. So it took me a minute to get into the rhythm of cooking for myself. And again, because I have been so conditioned to drive-throughs that, like on my way home from work, I might grab what I was famous for? I would go to ShopRite. It's a department, not a department store, it's a grocery store in this area. Go to ShopRite, and they will have these pre-made meals. Again, pre-made meals with a lot of sodium and a lot of, just a lot of junk. But they were pre-made. Like, I remember around Thanksgiving time, they would have, and even like well before Thanksgiving, they would have turkey little meals. And there would be like 3 nice sized pieces of turkey and stuffing, and they would even give you a little cup of gravy. And I would just grab a couple of those when I went to ShopRite, grab a couple of those and have that in my fridge, so that when I came home from work, I would just grab one of those and stick it in the microwave, and that was my meal. Not thinking about all the sodium and everything with those meals. So, okay. So, I recognized that they were not healthy for me. Sorry, I'm going through a tunnel. They were not healthy at all. So I started what's the word? Prepping. Food prep. So I started food prepping on the weekend, like on a Sunday, and bringing my lunch. And it was like, oh, okay, I don't have to spend $15 for lunch today. Started doing that. And, and this was another thing. I went on vacation in October. It was a staycation. I didn't go anywhere. I just stayed home, and just got myself together, organized and whatever. But I started making green smoothies. Wait, let me get it off because the traffic is starting to build. So I started making green smoothies, and I said I'm gonna make a green smoothie every day. So